I'm very, very worried about families out there who will be thinking about how to fill up their car, their energy bills. And just last week, Rachel Reeves had an opportunity to cut fuel duty, and she didn't do so. Instead, she's going to be lifting it in September. That's one of the biggest things that they could be doing. And tomorrow, I'm going to be putting a vote in Parliament for us to make sure that we keep fuel duty as low as possible for all those struggling families out there. I'm extremely concerned about the cost of living and how this impacts people's lives. We saw this with Russia's invasion of Ukraine and what this did to energy prices. That's why we have a plan. We have a cheap power plan, which will bring energy bills down, scrap a lot of those net zero levies. We have a plan to drill oil and gas in the North Sea. Keir Starmer doesn't have a plan. He's just hoping that these problems will go away. If we want to sort the cost of living, we need to take proper measures that will help businesses and help families deal with rising energy costs. At the moment, what we're seeing is a lot of turbulence globally. We need a government that is quick to move and that can fix things when problems occur. What I've seen is that Keir Starmer has been too slow. He's been too slow on Iran, too slow to protect our bases, too slow to protect our troops. HMS Dragon is still in Portsmouth. He's been slow on everything, and that's what worries me. That again, on dealing with the cost of living, he's going to be slow. Last week, the Chancellor had an opportunity to announce things that would help with the cost of living, and instead she just gave a long speech telling us what a great job she was doing. The Prime Minister still has HMS Dragon still in Portsmouth. It's the Prime Minister that is hanging around. He is too slow to protect our troops. He is too slow to give the order for us to strike any missile launchers that are attacking our bases. We have put bases in other people's countries, in Cyprus, in Bahrain, and they are complaining that we are not protecting them. That is the point I'm making. I support our troops. I think they're doing a fantastic job. What I'm not going to do is pretend that the Prime Minister is doing a fantastic job. He has been too slow. My comments were about the Prime Minister being too slow. I support our troops. There's nothing for me to apologise for. They know I support them. When we're in Parliament, I'm the one who is fighting to stop veterans being prosecuted by Keir Starmer's ridiculous legislation. The party that has been standing by our troops throughout has been the Conservative Party. Just as we were strong on the conflict in Ukraine, we're being strong on making sure that our bases are being protected. Keir Starmer can't even send a warship out. Last week he told us it was going out. France has sent a warship out to Cyprus. I don't believe that they have a base there. President Macron is there right now. What is our Prime Minister doing? He's complaining that I'm criticising him. My job is not to give him a pat on the back. My job is to make sure that he looks after the national interest, and he needs to move quickly. The state visit to the US is about the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. It's about our relationship with the United States. It's not about Keir Starmer or Donald Trump. Our relationship with the US transcends that. I think that the King is going there to strengthen the relationship with the US. We should not be turning this into a political event. We should be looking at what our head of state is actually doing, which is strengthening the United Kingdom's reputation across the world. Well, I haven't seen the government's social cohesion plan. What I've seen are leaks. And what worries me is that the leaks are having information like the British flag being a tool of hate. It's not very clear to me exactly how what the government is planning is bringing together cohesion. What I want to see them doing is telling people that we need to have a strong shared British national identity, that our country is our home, it's not a hotel, that we are a multiracial society, not a multicultural society. We need to have one shared British culture. If that's not what's in the social cohesion strategy, then I don't think it's good enough. The first thing that the Prime Minister should do is stop Rachel Reeves' silly changes to fuel duty. Last week, she had an opportunity in the spring statement to announce measures to help all of those families out there who are struggling with the cost of living. Instead, she spent the statement telling us what a fabulous job she was doing. So tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing a vote so that we can make sure that we keep fuel duty low. And if I would expect Labour MPs and others to support that at a time where we're expecting serious shocks to energy prices. Last week, at the spring statement, Rachel Reeves said that the 5p cut on fuel duty would only last until September. Given what we know about what is going on in the world, we should be extending that. So tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing in a vote so that we can have a say on keeping fuel duty low as much as possible. That's the kind of measure that will actually help people with the cost of living. I'm very clear that my criticism is of the Prime Minister. I support our troops. We have bases with servicemen and women in Cyprus and in Bahrain. They are being attacked with missiles. It is not enough for them to be catching the arrows. They need to stop the archer. And what I have said is that the Prime Minister has been too slow to act. He is the one hanging around. He is not giving an order for our troops to stop the missile launchers. That's what I'm saying. HMS Dragon, our warship, is still in Portsmouth. It should have left last week. The French have sent a warship. I don't believe that they have a base in Cyprus. Emmanuel Macron is there. And our Prime Minister has been too slow to protect our troops, too slow to protect our bases, too slow to even allow the US to use our bases to protect British sites. I think that's wrong. And what they're trying to do is try and get a focus on me. That he's completely wrong to be doing that, politicizing this issue. We need to be talking about how we protect our British servicemen and women. And I will not apologise for standing up for British soldiers.